Check. 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah. Does my mic sound nice? Check 1. Little old school for y'all, you know. Hold on. Let me make sure. Hey, Camilla Star Child, thank you for tapping in, for being the first. Just putting some information in. Let's see. So I can pin this comment. Welcome to everybody popping in for a second. Trade with Lisa, thank you for tapping in. Let's see. I'll just put the main website. Everything is up on there. All right. So now we got that pinned real quick. Just waiting for some more folks to join. I think the two people that I had for a second then popped in, popped out. It's all good. You know, I know people are gonna, hey, what's going on? Northeast Beast, what's good with you, homie? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for tapping in. How my mic sound? Let me know how my mic sound real quick. I am just me _ always. Thank you for tapping in. You know, just getting this thing started. Yeah. And please make sure to share the live, spread the love, all that good stuff. Let people know, you know, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Yes. But I appreciate everybody for tapping in for this virtual launch party. You know how I do like every 6 weeks, or at least I try to do them every 6 weeks. Thank you for letting me know everything sounds good. Always got to make sure the mic sounds good. They always say people will forgive you for bad video, but they'll never forgive you for bad audio. So, you know, as a AV or a fake me out AV guy, always gotta make sure my audio is at least good. So definitely appreciate that. How's everybody's day been going so far? You know what I'm saying? Let me know something in them comments. Let me know how y'all feeling out there. You know, I could easily talk and make this about me, but it's a group thing. You know, it's a community or communion, however you want to look at it, however you want to put it. But definitely, I always appreciate everybody for their support and just tapping in for some good music tonight. Of course, you know, I'm going to play some of my music. Of course, I'm going to play the new singles, even though it's one single, but it's 2 songs. You know how they used to do it back in the day. They have an A side and a B side. So, yeah, y'all get the A side and the B side tonight. But of course, you know, play some music from some other folks. Also, anybody who's in right now, because the past 2 virtual launch parties that I did, I showed love to the fellas, but we didn't have any ladies that tapped in. So please, if you are an artist who's a woman, or you know an artist who's a woman, please tag them in. You know what I'm saying? Tag them, try to get them in on this live. We'll send them this live. So, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 2 songs. What's going on, Shane? I knew my brother was going to be here. You know what I mean? One of my biggest supporters. I appreciate you, as well as my man Northeast Beast. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 of my biggest supporters right there. And if you're here, you're family. That's how I look at it. You know, if you are rolling with me, I definitely appreciate the love and the support. But what I was saying is, we're going to show some ladies some love tonight. Usually I play a couple of songs from other artists. The past 2 launch parties, it's been nothing but the fellas. So we got to get the ladies in here tonight. So I'm going to play 2 songs from 2 women artists. So if you know anybody, send them this live, tag them so we can get them in so they can get their music played. Because, yes, I love to play my own music, but I also love to showcase other people as well. So for everybody, see, I know I'm going to repeat myself, but for everybody who's here, this is the virtual launch party for my latest single called Chasing Maria. Chasing Maria, because I'm sure people probably like, who's Maria? In fact, my man Mike Mountain, I know Mike Mountain probably going to jump in at some point, but my man Mike Mountain is like, you know, is that a hot Latina chick? And I was like, well, either that or she was light skinned. Either one, you know what I'm saying? A light skinned chick from Southeast. You know what I mean? But so you had to go all the way back to the playground of Winston Elementary School. I went to Winston for 2 years for pre-K and kindergarten. And there was this girl in my class. I think she was in my class, or she might have been one of the other kindergarten classes. Her name was Maria. And granted, you know, like everybody got TV girlfriends or TV boyfriends if you're, you know, if you're a woman, or, you know, if you swing that way, you know, but everybody got they like TV crushes or whatever, they movie crushes or they celebrity crushes at that time. But like as a kid, there was this girl, to be honest, you say I'm still waiting on some beatboxing. You know, it might happen tonight. It might actually happen tonight. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm trying to think. Since I'm telling the story of Chase and Maria, part of it, well, first and foremost, let me go in order. So, Maria, like I said, she was a girl that I had a crush on when I was like maybe 5 years old in the kindergarten. And she was so pretty. Like, now granted, I'm not one of them dudes that's like color struck, but she was kind of light skinned, you know, had like honey. I think her hair was like honey blonde or maybe even like close to brown, but it wasn't quite dark brown. It wasn't like she didn't have a dark hair color or anything like that. She was really pretty, and you couldn't tell me nothing about this girl, but she had no rap for me whatsoever because we were five. Like it's the cooties phase. Like boys got cooties, girls got cooties at that time. So she wasn't really checking for me, but the song kind of sort of comes from, or it rose from, this whole thing of you chase somebody or you chase an idea, because it was like the girl that didn't get caught, the girl that didn't get pursued, or the girl that had no rap. So it's like, all right, every other girl kind of sort of like falls into place because, you know, and welcome Vicky Jones 129. Thank you so much for tapping in. Just giving the story behind Chase and Maria, the A side of the single. But yeah, you know, like I found that a lot through my life, I ended up chasing the pretty girls. And I'm the type of dude, like, I don't really fall into this whole thing of conventional beauty. Like, I feel like beautiful is beautiful, but you know, it's certain women that jump out and it's like, yeah, she's a shooter, you know, and I'm sure it's like that for women too. Like you see a guy, you know, there's a difference between like your average guy you see walking down the street and I don't know, pick a good looking guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to throw no names out there. I mean, you know, the ladies that's watching, y'all could throw some names out there, but it's a whole thing of sometimes you pursue somebody, and just because you pursue them, just because they look good to you, does not require them to reciprocate the same attraction. That's what it boils down to. And a lot of times, like I see it with a lot of people, they pursue people who look a certain way, or it doesn't even necessarily have to be the physical look. It could be what they have or what they possess that appeals to them, but a lot of times on a surface level. And so this song basically is like, okay, am I going to chase or am I going to chill? Because you could chase somebody and they just have no interest in you whatsoever. It doesn't matter, you know, like, and you know, a lot of times, you know, you can read the body language of somebody and you know whether or not they're checking for you or whatever. And so that's basically what that song is about. So that's the A side of Chasing Maria. So the B side is actually a song I did called Fashionably Late. Fashionably Late, anybody who actually has heard the single, if you haven't, that's why you're here, because you're going to hear both singles tonight. Fashionably Late, and I'm going to probably tell this story again by the end, but Fashionably Late is based off of a part of my song from my debut EP, The Late Bloomer, which is called The Listening Party. And so there's a part in the third verse where I say, even if I'm late to the party, I can still dance, but I got to make it to the party for a real chance. And so what I did was I took that particular part and I was like, okay, well, why don't I just make a party record out of that? And so it ended up becoming a hook. Now, interestingly enough about both of these songs, they both have their roots in a song that I'm going to play tonight from my mixtape, the 8-track Bandit. called Work. And so, I mean, they're both kind of upbeat records. They were both intended to be like, in my mind, they were going to be the singles for the album, because the Late Bloomer was supposed to be an album, not 2 EPs. But, you know, that's a long story for another day. But the bottom line, Fashionably Late is a story about my journey in partying. Because I think a lot of us remember going to parties when we were kids and loving dancing. Like, you go to dance parties as a kid, like it's a house party or whatever, like you there with your cousins, you there with your friends. And I don't know about y'all, but at our house parties, like, we got money. Whoever had like the best dances, we got bread. You know what I'm saying? So like, I take that money and, I don't know, go to the corner store, go get me some like Reese cups and some cherry 7-Ups. Those were my things back in the day. But anyway, it was like, that was fun. But then you get to junior high and high school. And it's funny because they always dramatize it in movies, especially like the white movies, because they always make it seem like, you know, they just have such a hard time in high school and junior high, specifically high school. I actually loved high school. I hated junior high, but I loved high school. You know what I mean? My man Shane said, late bloomer, left Twix or right Twix? That's hilarious. You know what I mean? But, yeah, so it's a matter of, you know, I got to this point of junior high and I didn't go to one dance in junior high except when we graduated. That was the only time that I went to a dance in junior high, because I went through so much in elementary school. And then once I got to junior high, it was like so rough, like 7th and 8th grade. I hated it. I didn't like junior high until the 9th grade, until I was about to leave. But those first 2 years really kept me from wanting to go to any dances. And so then I finally went to a dance the night we graduated. I went to a dance, and I think it was a go-go band that was playing. I don't know what go-go band it was. It might probably been one of them like random hood bands. But anyway, so go-go band's playing, like we partying and everything. And I'll step outside. We on the balcony. This is over like somewhere like maybe the Rayburn building on Capitol Hill. So we're there. And we're on the balcony, and we all chopping it up and rapping or whatever. And so one of my friends, well, I thought he was my friend, he comes to me and says, Joe, you ain't got no rhythm. And I was just like, what? What you mean? Like, here I am thinking I'm dancing on beat, you know, and I'm just like, what you mean I ain't got no rhythm? I'm dancing to the music, you know, and it's like, I don't know. Hearing that like really deterred me and really made me self-conscious about partying, because I felt like people were watching me. I felt like people were judging me. I felt like people were thinking in their heads like this guy, that I didn't have any rhythm. So I didn't really want to party for a long time until I went to a go-go down at the Armory. For those of y'all who not from DC, you know, like go-go is like basically like the hometown music or whatever. Very rhythmic, very percussion driven, congas, rollatons, all that stuff. So I go to this go-go at the Armory. This is like 11th grade, and Junkyard is playing. And so I'm gonna get a little graphic with this, you know, I mean, graphic for like a 16-year-old at the time, because it's like, mind you, at this time I'm like youth mayor of DC. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, imagine the youth mayor at the Stadium Armory. What's going on, Real Pac-Man Dre? Appreciate you for tapping in for this live, bro. You know what I mean? Just telling little backstories behind the music or whatever. But yeah, so I'm down at Stadium Armory. Junkyard is playing. And so I'm dancing with this girl. And, you know, we grooving and everything. So she takes my hands, because anybody who knows Junkyard know they got a song called Titty Balls. She takes my hands and puts them on her titty balls. And I'm just like, whoa. Like, now granted, I wasn't going to take them off. I'm like, hey, you put them there. I'm like, look, they there now. You know what I mean? So it was just like, at that moment, I think I fell in love, one with Go-Go. I definitely fell in love with Go-Go at that point. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a Go-Go head for life now. I'm like, if this is what goes down at the Go-Go's, hey, sign me up, bruh. Right. Yeah, they don't know nothing about that, Pac-Man. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, Shane, it was mind-blowing indeed. Mind-blowing indeed, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Abe. What's going on, DJ CJ Frazier? Appreciate you for tuning in. Just giving a little backstory on the music. So, but yeah, so that incident at the Armory, Junkyard playing titty balls. A girl puts my hands on her titty balls, and that was the point that I was like, you know what? I think I'm a party from now on. I'm not gonna let nobody tell me nothing. You know, I'm a definitely be here and get my man. You know what I'm saying? Like get mines. You know, so it's like just live. That's basically the bottom line. That's really the theme of the late bloomer period. Whether it's the EP itself, whether it's the singles that's attached to the EP, or these bonus singles, which I'm calling them, because Fashionably Late actually did not make the cut for either EP, and Chasing Maria, I hadn't recorded it the way that I wanted to by the time the EP out. That's right. You only live once. Shout out to Mima878. Appreciate you for tuning in, Queen. Always appreciate the support. But yeah, you know, that's really what it's all about. Like just living and just doing you at the end of the day. Like this whole project is about the things that really held me back. Whether it was self-inflicted, whether it was things that people might have said to me that I internalized, whatever it might be, or whether it was just something that I was just holding on to. Both of these songs, even though they're fun songs, they're both telling stories. They're both bar heavy. You know what I mean? So I don't believe in making fruitless songs, like songs that don't have any kind of purpose whatsoever. Like there's always a purpose to everything I do, whether it's a song that is a party record or not, you know. And yes, it is out. Actually, the pinned comment, you can go to my website, which is BAMMLLC.net. And I'll make sure I send you the link too in your DM, bro. But you can go there, or you can go to my Bandcamp page, which is ajthrowback.bandcamp.com. That seems to be the most popular site where people buy the music. So like you go to either site, either go to my website or you go to my Bandcamp page, either one. But it's on both, and it's on all streaming platforms as well. It's out. It's everywhere. The only platform that is not on is Spotify. If y'all know the whole nonsense with Joe Rogan and a lot of the other stuff that Spotify gets into, and how they are probably the least artist friendly platform, even though everything is get on a Spotify. I'm sounding like my man Jason. Spotify. Get on a Spotify playlist. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, but that's really the only way that you gonna really get it on Spotify, is that if you're on a playlist or if you really popping like that. Otherwise, you're not even getting paid. Facebook pays more than Spotify. Peloton. If you can get your music on Peloton, they pay more than Spotify. That's bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, on Apple Music, I'm a.j.throwback. You can find me that way. My man Ryan Lucas in the building. Appreciate you for tuning in. Hey, my sis, Joyful Connections Life Coaching. Let me tell y'all something real quick about my newfound sis. So this has been kind of a rough day, and I'm gonna tell this quick story, and then I'm gonna actually play a song. But this has been kind of a rough day because my lyric video, anybody who knows me, I do a lot of my own stuff. I do my own graphics. I do my own lyric videos. Of course, I do my own music. I produce most of my music. For this particular project, I produce 80% of the music. Of course, I write my own rhymes. Little bit of everything. Like the thing about sometimes being an indie artist is that you truly are independent. But I was thinking this whole 24, 48 hour period, I'm like, I need help because I sat there and got stressed out about this lyric video. I'm going off of 2 hours of sleep, y'all. This lyric video, any other time, like when I do these, because I use Adobe Premiere Pro, any other time I do these, I have a little bit of issue, but I'm able to troubleshoot it. There's always some kind of fix. This time around, it's like this lyric video is like, nope. We gonna find a place where we gonna glitch, and this is going to happen and that's going to happen and you're going to be up all night and you're going to try to figure it out. I'm sitting here stressed. Like, usually I like to put my lyric videos out the same day of the release. And this is the only time that is not going to happen, because I still have not been able to get over this glitch problem. And when I tell y'all the video is fire, when I finally get the glitches worked out, it's going to be fire. You know what I mean? Because the thing about doing lyric videos is, and I was telling one of my friends this, is if you can't afford to do regular music videos, it's the wave. And if you have your own access to doing it yourself, why not? I have Adobe Premiere Pro. I have basically the whole Adobe suite that I pay a subscription on. I have Envato Elements. Anybody who doesn't know about Envato Elements, yes, that's right. Nothing but the devil. You know what I'm saying? And part my nonsense, because I was getting in my feelings. But Envato Elements, anybody who doesn't know about that, that's where you can find like so many different things. You can find fonts there. You can find stock videos, stock photos, all types of things. And you can get in on it for like I want to say $33 subscription a month. For me, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Let me tell y'all about Real Pac-Man Dre. So I was watching Air It Out Radio on Monday. Shout out to Fire. She runs that platform. And Pac-Man Dre, it's funny. Pac-Man Dre got on and I was like, he seemed like he from DC. And lo and behold, you know what I'm saying? Granted, Air It Out Radio, she airs from Philly. She does it on IG Live, and I think she actually has a show. Pac-Man Dre, he got on. I was like, he just seemed like a DC dude. Come to find out, my man from Southwest. I was like, see, you know, DC people know when DC people in the building. You just always know. You know what I mean? So, like, shout out to my man Pac-Man Dre. And I appreciate that, because let me tell you, now, I didn't say this when I had the launch party for the EP, but Leaving Out is actually my favorite song on the EP. That's my favorite song. Hold on 1 second. That is actually my favorite song on the EP. I really hadn't said it. Like, I danced between three songs. Is two songs that's actually on the first EP and one song that's going to be on the second one. But I was listening to it recently. I'm like, yo, I absolutely love that song. And because it's very personal for me. Shout out to my lip service on the check-in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. I appreciate that, Pac-Man Dre. You know what I'm saying? I tried to make it a vibe, and I tried to do it a little bit different because it doesn't really sound like anything else on the EP. You know, I always believe in giving each song its own personality at the end of the day. Because a lot of times people fall into the trap of making the same type of beats. And I don't mean just say like trap rappers or whatever. I mean boom bap people too. A lot of times boom bap people will get stuck in boom bap and they don't explore it outside of any of it. I'm the type of person, I listen to it all, so my expression is going to represent what I listen to. You know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate that feedback, bro. And I appreciate everybody who has supported the EP and the new single that's out today. Definitely appreciate all of the support thus far and all of the singles that have come out this year. Absolutely. That's right. You gotta be versatile. Gotta be. Before I go any further, before I play any music, I also want to let people know that there is a drawing tonight. Matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do. Let me pull this up right now, because while we talking, for those who are in here, I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to be a part of this as well. So I am doing a random drawing, doing a giveaway, because it's a virtual launch party, but it's also a giveaway. So those of y'all who don't know, I have my own merch line, Batch, even though it looks backward on Instagram. You know, Instagram be hating. It's like, can we do things, you know, the right way? You know, but anyway, so this is my merch line. This is actually my shirt that I designed to actually commemorate the release of the single. So it says "Kick to the curb, flip 'em the bird." You know what I'm saying? Isn't the Firebird? You know what I'm saying? Because what's the point of throwing up middle fingers if you don't have to? It's like, it ain't that kind of energy. Hey, you get kicked to the curb, like, all right, I'm gonna take off. See you. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, so we're doing a random giveaway tonight. So this is what I want y'all to do. Those of y'all who have not tapped in for it, I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity since y'all are in here, because I'm gonna do the giveaway toward the end. So I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity. The batch logo is or the batch hearts. I always call them the batch hearts. So it's black heart, red heart, yellow heart, green heart. What's going on, Devontae? My man Devontae Riley on the check-in. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. So black heart, red heart, yellow heart, green heart. That's the batch colors. Drop those in the comments if you want to be a part of the giveaway. And we're going to do the giveaway toward the end, when I get towards playing the actual singles. So, yeah, that's how we're going to do that. Also, as I said from the opening, but not a lot of people. So I got you, Pac-Man. I got you, bro. All right, hold on. Let me put you down right now. The real Pac-Man Dre. All right, boom. So, it's gonna be random. I do a random number generator. Wherever you come in the order, that's your number. You don't know your number, only I know your number. So that's how that's gonna roll. So anybody who else wants to participate, like my man Real Pac-Man Dre, for there we go. I am just me always. I got you. See, this is how we do. I am just me always. See, that's the benefit of when you actually tap in for the live, because you still have a chance to be part of the random giveaway. But yeah, so I'm gonna be giving y'all, whoever the winner is, a free merch pack courtesy of me. And you get to pick what you want to put in your merch pack. You know, I usually give people a shirt, an accessory, like a lot of, the last winner, what she ended up doing, she had a One God t-shirt that's on my website, made in the style of Run DMC. So she has a One God t-shirt. She got a mug. She got a mouse pad. She got a snapback, not a snapback. She got a dad hat. And then also, I gave her a tote bag, as well. I designed a tote bag specifically so I could give it to her. So I gave her a tote bag, also gave her some stickers, and I think it was another little addition that I put in there on top of everything. So I hooked her up, you know what I mean? So I want to do the same thing for the lucky winner tonight. So we're going to go ahead and get into some music. Before I do that though, again, the last 2 times that I've done these virtual launch parties, the fellas were running heavy, but we have not had any ladies at all. So if you know somebody, who's an artist, got some dope music, please make sure you tag them, or you can send them this live and let them know, like, hey, this brother is going to play some music tonight. I'm going to hook up 2 ladies, you know what I'm saying? So tag an artist that should be on this live, that should get their music played real quick, because I'm all about showing flowers. It's not just about me. This is a family affair. When we do these things, it's a party, you know what I'm saying? But like, it would be like any other party or any other event. You always have other artists who are involved in the event as well. So, yeah, make sure that y'all tag somebody or send somebody this live so they can jump in here. I'm going to be playing some music, from other artists momentarily. So as I was saying from the beginning, both of these songs are actually kind of a offspring of a song that I did on my second mixtape called the 8-Track Bandit. And this song is called Work. And it's basically a party song. I tell a story of running into a woman at a party who acts like she doesn't want to dance. But it's like she's staring across the room. She act like she wants to do something, but she acting shy. So it's like, all right, I'll go over to her. It's like, let's get it. Let's dance. It ain't got to be nothing serious, but you standing on the wall trying to look cute. It's like, I ain't that type of person. That's not really my personality. And that's another thing that shows up in Fashionably Late once you hear Fashionably Late. So, the 8-Track Bandit, for those who haven't heard that mixtape, that was a mixtape where I basically took drums, loops, whatever, from mainly 70s songs, and I just rapped to the loops. Like some of the songs I made my own loops or whatever, made my own instrumentals, and did it like that. So this is actually to a song. I forget the name of the song, but it's by Maze and Frankie Beverly. This is, I want to say, from their first album. That came out, I want to say in 1977. It was from their debut album. So I'm a huge, by the way, I'm a huge Amazing Frankie Beverly fan. Those of y'all who don't know, that's my favorite band. I've gotten raked over the coals by a lot of Earth, Wind & Fire fans for that. I'm like, look, I love Earth, Wind & Fire too, but they not Maze and Frankie Beverly for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a vibe with them. But anyway, this is work from the 8-track Bandit. Hope y'all enjoy this as we really try to set the vibes for this joint. You know what I mean? Bring some energy to this joint. So let's get it.
What's up? Yeah. I see you right there looking all cute and everything, you know. Got your head done up and everything. You just stand on the wall. You too cool for TV. I'm saying, why don't you come over here for a second? Let me show you something. Bandit, the peeps just stepped in the building. Pimp strolled through the door, no gilding. Imagination got the cameras flashing, the man so dashing. Take one, action. Cut to the bar, rum and coke, win a left palm. Been a hard week, one more, give me calm.
Let me know how the music sound, y'all.
Room straight sound say, the position they assume. Percussion start judging how the waistline gyrates. Bigger eyes, lower jaws on the guy's face. But why waste time standing around staring? All these cute sharpshooters dancing around daring. Any one of us to throw a set, take a stab? Smooth missile, but you try and shake it fast. So what you gonna do to try to loosen up buttons? Cause the same old two.
Yes, everyone does love Major.
I ain't come to just chill and sit down. Beat the wall, flow, get in.
Appreciate that, Pac-Man.
Use your mind to the beat, go berserk, go berserk. Clocking, girl, it's time to go to work. Hey, I ain't come to just chill and sit down. Lead the wall, flow, get in.
I got you, Michelle.
Lose your mind to the beat, go berserk, go berserk. Clocking, girl, it's time to go to work. Let's go to work. So what you spend a couple hours on your head do? Now you're a man, a couple people just stare at you. Aware that you will stand tall on 5 inches, but the way you move is gonna pique my interest. Ain't like I'm asking you to slide digits, but you glued to the chair, acting shy timid. Your eyes witness the way these guys get it, and it ain't just because the liquor got me kinda twisted. So align your hips at the right distance. I don't bite like I'm not, just a little bit. The tamarines got your curves unnerved while you thinking to yourself, wow, he's a fun nerd. A real live genius is the term I prefer, but never mind that, get immersed in my world. So girl, it's gonna be a while before I get winded, and this head dance ain't even been dead. I ain't come to just chill and sit down.
I like that, Camilla.
Get it now, get it now.
This could be a skate record right here.
Go berserk, clocking, girl, it's time to go to work. Hey, I ain't come to just chill and sit down. Lead the wall, flow, get it now, get it now. Lose your mind to the beat, go berserk, clocking, girl, it's time to go to work. Make you wanna drop down and get your eagle on. Physique make me wanna go and get my evil on, but let me stay composed like a Philharmonic. Next thing too close, feeling how hard it is.
Hey, you can't help but the mood of this joint, Joyful.
Now she the master the rhythm. Her shine is to pull the snaggle, put stage left. Hearts racing to the music, got the same.
Appreciate you, Shane.
No hands in the math, got the same steps. So steamy and close, dripping the same sweat. Suddenly it's like she learned how to belly dance. I mean DMX, Kingston, the belly dance. But I don't shy away, not for 1 second.
I wish.
Get another drink,
I wish I made this one.
DJ's killing it, drunk feet spilling it. I don't really care as long as baby girl's feeling it. I ain't come to
all I did
sit down.
was loop the instrumental parts from this record. That's it.
Clocking, girl, it's time to go to work. Hey, I ain't come to just chill and sit
I
down.
wanted this feel like old school hip hop. That's all they did was rap to the breaks.
Go berserk, clocking, girl, it's time to go to work. Let's go to work. Keep us in the pocket like keys in the wallet. Old school irons when you leave them in the socket. Hotness, 3 alarm blaze. I walk to the max, yeah, that'd be a long way. From any subtle thoughts that'll even cross brain. I party all the way till I can see the walls, man. But shorty really trying to come and boss my shit. So it means I'ma have to use my comp time slip and go to work. Yeah, and go to work. Let me see you go to work. I wanna see you go to work. You better get up on
That's
your
why I
job.
vibe with this joint.
It's
got that go-go feel to it.
You need to get up on your job. Get up on your job, baby. Get up on your job. Get up on your job. Let's work. Hey, I ain't come to just chill.
You would think it's a straight instrumental though.
Get it now. Lose your mind to the beat. Go berserk, clocking, girl, it's time to go to work.
I had to get creative with these joints.
Sit down. Lead the wall, flow, get it now, get it now. Lose your mind to the beat. Go berserk, clocking, girl, it's time to go to work.
Yeah, so that was work from the 8-track Bandit, my second mixtape. As I was saying, like a lot of these songs that I did on that mixtape, I had to basically create instrumentals myself. I said, make you put on the red lipstick, huh? you know, you put on the red lipstick. That's a good time right there. Said, that's what I need. I like real and live sounds. Hey, I wish you had come in. In fact, I'm sure you're going to check out the rest of the EP, Pac-Man. I'm sure you're going to check out the rest of the EP. I got a joint on there that was actually the lead single for the EP called the Lincoln and Lincoln Job Fair. Everybody keeps saying how they want me to perform that one live because they can hear a band hitting that beat. You know what I mean? And it's definitely go-go like inspired. It's like a cross between go-go and the Roots. That's how I always describe it. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Definitely check that one out, bro. But yeah, I had to get creative. So it's quite a few songs. In fact, I got a song called Just a Little Game We Play where I sampled, what is it? Playing Your Game Baby by, Barry White. So one of my homies heard that joint. He was like, yo, did you get an instrumental? I was like, no. I literally took all of the instrumental parts of the full length version of the song. Cause you got the radio version, but then you got like, you know, Barry White always had like 8, 9, 10-minute songs. You know what I mean? Like the album version was like always mad long. So there was so much music in the full version that I could take pieces of the music and create my own instrumental. And so that's what I ended up doing with that. I ended up doing the same thing with this song, Work. I'm gonna figure out the name of that song. I Got You. That's the name of the song by Maze and Frankie Beverly off of their first album, their debut album. It's called You. I knew I was gonna remember the song because I was remembering the words as Frankie was singing it. So that's what I sampled for Work. And yeah, you know, I just try to keep it simple. Definitely try to keep it simple. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If y'all are in here with folks, please connect, you know what I'm saying? Pac-Man, that's my homie right there. Shane, DJ Shane, you know what I'm saying? Good peoples, great ear for music. And let me tell y'all gotta tap on, this man got like a whole rack of shows on the Underground Lab Radio. So definitely make sure that you follow him. Make sure that you follow TUL Radio. Also on IG. They have so many great shows. Shane, he does this thing called Morning Bars Mix every morning, every weekday morning, I think 8 to 10, on the Underground Lab. He does a thing every other Friday Night Fights. I usually weigh in on that one right there. Let me tell y'all, the matchups this man be putting together, man, the one we just had, 80s versus 90s part 2. He's already done a part 1 in the 80s one in that one. They actually smacked up the 90s in the first one. But in this last one, I mean, when I say it was close. It was like back and forth. But the 80s ended up winning again. Yeah. So definitely y'all make sure that y'all tap in and connect with each other. Shout out my man. I meant to shout him out when he checked in. Shout out my man Teasy, the star in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Always appreciate your support. And as my man, yeah, definitely make sure that y'all tune in tomorrow. I'm going to be in the mix with the new single and everything. So definitely tap in for that. You'll get to hear it tonight. And if you're up early tomorrow, hey, tap in with my man Shane. My man Shane always puts it together with his playlist. When I say he's a master curator, there are few people I know who can curate a playlist better than DJ Shane. You know what I mean? So definitely tap in for that. Again, if you are just now tapping in, if you have not already done this, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for my clothing line, my merchandise line, Batch. Free merch. Who turns down free? So if you have not already dropped those Batch hearts, the Batch hearts are black, red, yellow, green. Once again, black, red, yellow, green. Anybody who knows me knows, like, a lot of times when it comes to my color schemes, it was the same thing when I had my radio show Bars. My color schemes are always somehow connected to the African diaspora. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, a lot of times my colors are very representative of the diaspora because, look, I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm melanated, you know, African, all of that good stuff. They say, facts, I do it all, bro. Sing, rap, any type of vibes you need. Okay. All right. Look, let's work. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Say in your X-Clan voice. I can't even tap into my X-Clan voice, but X-Clan, that was my group back in the day. Real talk. They was some, man, those some heavy dudes right there. Like, that was back in a time where, like, X-Clan, Public Enemy, so many other groups like that. Like, they were really popping. Paris from the West Coast. Like, that's when Black Power was really celebrated. African roots were really celebrated. Like, I mean, they still are, don't get me wrong, but it was like a wave for like a couple of years where everybody had the Malcolm X hats. I actually have a Malcolm X hat. You know, it's not the plain one that's like the plain joint that got the white lettering, but it's almost like a pinwheel joint that got the African diaspora colors though. So like, you know, one of these days, I don't know, maybe I'll wear that joint. Like, I've been geeking to wear that joint for a minute. Like, I used to wear it on the old radio show and everything. But anyway, yeah, so back to batch. Black, red, yellow, green hearts. Drop those in the comments if you want to be entered in for the random giveaway. That's going to happen right before I start playing the new singles. Now, I've been trying to get a lady some shine. Been trying, you know, but I ain't seen nobody tap in yet. Yeah, mine too. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Great music back then. Great music. I mean, it's great music out now. I always hate when people say there ain't no good music out now. You lying. I know personally too many people just in the DMV. Quite a few of them are on this live right now. So to say that there's no good music out, that's a lie. You know. But anyway, but like I was saying, I've been trying to get a lady a shot, but I ain't seen no ladies check in. I want to play some music from some other folks. I don't want to just play my music. I mean, my music is cool, you know, but I want to show some love to other people. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let one of the fellas, the first brother who sends me, got you, Joyful. About to put you down right now. All right. So Joyful, y'all bear with me 1 second. Got to make sure we, show some love to the people that's actually showing love by tapping in on this live. And please, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. I see Keezy Rodnick on the check-in. Appreciate you for tuning in, Queen. Been a little minute, you know what I mean? Good, always good to see you. But yeah, and I'm definitely gonna play mine. Don't worry. But for me, I'm the type of person I like sharing the stage. I'm never the type of person that like to hog the stage. Look, I got plenty of music, and I got plenty more coming. So y'all gonna see me, if I can help it. Y'all gonna see me every 6 weeks with these, you know. But anyway, this is what I'm gonna do. So Keezy, if you have something that you want me to play, you know what I'm saying? See, Keezy got some dope music, y'all. I first found out about Keezy through my man Teddy Fats. They got a song together. Dope combo, and Keezy got like a lot of dope music on her own. Please make sure that you email me, Keezy, if you got anything you want me to play. The email address is info@BAMMLLC.net. Once again, that's info@BAMMLLC.net. You know what? I think I will, Shane. I think I will. And that'll be great because I usually a lot of times try to play a feature. One of my features that I'm on, and that's perfect. So, hey, my sis Jacqueline Yvette on the check-in. What's going on? Always good to see you. That's one of my favorite people right there. When I tell y'all, this sister is professional. There are very few people that are in the PR business that are as professional as Dr. Because you got to call her Dr. Jacqueline. She's a doctor, y'all. You know what I mean? So definitely appreciate you for tapping in. Once again, if you want to be in the drawing, the random drawing for my limited giveaway, please make sure that you drop black, red, yellow, green hearts in the comments. Quite a few people have already tapped in. Got 4 people tuning in tonight, added to the list. You can be part of that too. So if you want to be part of my merch giveaway, definitely drop that black heart, red heart, yellow heart, green green heart in the batch colors. So, yeah. So Keezy, if you still here, definitely send me something because I want to show some love to the ladies. Because the brothers, you know, we always got music. It's funny because I think about when I had my radio show, I never had to twist the arm of any dudes to send their music ever. Especially rappers. Rappers, look, we are animals. You know, when it comes to like, if somebody say, hey, we'll play your music, word, and it's like blink and it's sent. That's how we roll, you know. But the ladies, it's like you really got to push them a little bit more a lot of times. Certain women, you know, but in my experience, I found that, I don't know what that is. Maybe somebody could shed some light on that. But a lot of times, like, you really have to push women to like share their music or push their music, or like if they have a lane, they're a little bit more hesitant to do it. I remember doing a show last year. It wasn't that hard, but I did a show for I think it was Women's History Month. So I did a show where it was nothing but ladies. Let me tell you, that was one of my favorite episodes of that show. So I used to do a show called the Independence Avenue Drive at 5, where I played nothing but independent music. Like, it was a mixed show playing nothing but independent music. I didn't play nothing from any majors. It was like, hey, we got plenty of great indie music out here. Like, you could, if you want to hear the regular music, you could turn on 93, you could turn on 95. But when you listen to this, you're hearing indie folks, you know. But this particular show, there was a little bit of arm twisting, but I had already had quite a bit of music already, you know. So, but if not for that, that show would have been a little bit sparse. So, that's why I really try to stand in the gap for women artists, because I know how hard it is out here. I mean, it's a lot of politics. It's a lot of politics, if you know what I mean. And it's just a lot of nonsense that happens. I can't tell you how many times, like, I talk to women, and it's like they tell me some of the horror stories they go through dealing with a lot of these dudes in the industry. You know what I mean? And my thing has always been about, like, look, I'm not on that. First and foremost, I'm married. That's number one. Second of all, like, I'm not here for that. I'm here for the art. I'm here for the music. I'm here for the culture. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So what I'm going to do, because I don't feel like doing a whole bunch of talking. I ain't going to hold you. Let me see if I can find this joint. I think I have it. Hustle. Hold on, where is that joint? I downloaded it. Y'all bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to find the song that Shane, because I feel like I downloaded it already. Bear with me 1 second. Where that joint at? I'll find it. I will find it. Yeah. Say invalid address. Okay. Tell you what. Send it to, let me pull it up, because you know what might have happened. Bear with me 1 second. So what might have happened was my business bank had like this moment last night where I guess they were updating their site. And so I guess when the email, the email platform, because I have to pay for the business mailbox every month. I think what it was when they was trying to process the payment, it didn't process it because it was during that time where like they were down. So for a second, people couldn't send me stuff. But then again, actually that can't be true, because I actually got stuff from people. So you send it to info@BAMMLLC.net. And it sent you that message, Keezy. Let me know, cause if so, then I'll direct you to another email address that you can send it to. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and sign into that now, just in case. Boom. Bear with me 1 second, yo. Okay. So this is what you can do. If that email address gave you an issue, which is weird, you can send it to Hard Hood Classics, just like it sounds, Hard Hood Classics at gmail.com. Once again, that's hardhoodclassics at gmail.com. Send it there, and I should be able to get it from that email address. I should have no problem getting it there. Thank you and appreciate it. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, I swear I had this song already downloaded. Bear with me 1 second, because I hate doing double work if I don't have to do it like that. When did I? Because I know I downloaded it. That's just it. I know I downloaded it because it's on my phone. But where is it? Where is it? Bear with me 1 second. Just trying to find this song. Here you go. Yeah, I thought I had it. Okay. All right. So this song, man, let me tell y'all something. My man DJ Shane, I call him like one of my favorite motivational speakers on wax. Okay. All right. I got it, Shane. Don't worry about it. I got it. But thank you for sending it again, though. Make sure I definitely had it. Let me refresh real quick. Yeah, so wait 1 second. It might take a little minute before I get it. Anyway, so yeah. Shane, let me tell y'all something. Shout out to everybody that's popping in. My man Chell's on the check-in. My man DJ King ATL on the check-in. Appreciate you for tapping in. Love all the love tonight. We just playing some music, having some good times and all that good stuff. But yeah, so Shane hit his album, Hustle and Motivate. It's coming out next month. And as he also said, he was excited for my EP to come out as if it were his. That's the same way I feel about his project, because when I say this man will speak some life into you, will get you ready to like get on your grind, he's one of my favorite people who does it, and he's just that person anyway. Like, he's able to put it in rap, but he'll be that person off wax too. Like, he's consistent with it. And so he enlisted me to be on this song with him called Hustle and Motivate. And it's the title track for the album. And I'm really excited about this one. I'm really excited. And it was an awesome experience to record that song at the legendary Night Flight Studios. Those of y'all who have never been to Night Flight that's in the DMV, man, treat yourselves. It's a lot of history in that place. A lot of people have recorded there, from Gladys Knight to R. Kelly, to Gil Scott-Heron, Eric Roberson. I'm trying to think who else. Drake has recorded there. Wale has recorded there. Trey Songz. A lot of heavy hitters have recorded there. Of course, A. Marie. She cut a lot of her records there. So, man, let me tell you, it's just a lot of history in that place. But let's get to the song. Once again, this is DJ Shane featuring yours truly. This is called Hustle and Motivate, off of the album Hustle and Motivate. That's coming out next month. Y'all stay tapped in for that. King Lou the Realist, what's going on, bro? Now, we not reviewing songs. This a launch party for my single.
Yeah. See, over here, we carry on tradition. We motivate the hustlers. Hustle and motivate the next generation to get out here and go get it, to stay on your grind.
Eric Robinson's the man, Joyful.
On the road to riches and diamond rings. Real kings do king things. Hustle, motivate, it's the song I sing. Watch this legacy reign supreme. I don't learn nothing that I cannot teach. Right now, just expanding my reach. Education, proceed, elevation. Adding value is my motivation. Every influence, that's reciprocation. My bars can be framed. Put on your desk for motivation. And don't confuse location with destination. Keep the GPS on and I guarantee you'll make it. Just talking through my pen. Cause as long as I win, we win. Grab a hold of your dreams, don't lose a grip. The marathon continues, long live Nip.
Yeah, it's like a TED Talk on the move, y'all. now rocking with one of my favorite motivational speakers, the homie DJ Shane. And me, well, I'm just your all-around creative. I got a little bit of game. Pete. Ticker tape parades all along Front Street. When the divine dream has audacity to become reality. God knew not to give me a shovel and a Breitling, 'cause I ain't bearing any talents on his watch. Every day at midnight I got decisions to make. Like what? Melatonin, get this A to keep my visions awake. You up? Despite being a gold medalist in Sleep Olympics, potential millions left unwritten, can't see forgiveness. And result is what you think when ventures spring up like an equinox. God ain't put a light switch on my temple, I just never stop. Never stop. Gotta get creative with these 7 strings. How to keep my family straight and still accomplish heaven's dreams. Assist somebody other than myself, sell this game for the low. Free 99, pay it forward, exchange it for promo. Publicly grateful, help convert them to a potentate. We can all make the splashes, brothers, sisters, get into our golden state. Yes.
And there you have it. This thing of ours can't be touched, tested, messed with. We are living legends. Our footprints are artifacts. These lyrics that you just heard, they're hieroglyphics for you to go get it. Hustle and motivate.
This man talking bars to the end of the song. Our footprints are hieroglyphics. These lyrics are, no, our footprints are artifacts. These lyrics are hieroglyphics for you to go get it. Like, come on, man. Just like, if you ain't ready to like get on your grind after that joint right there, you know, and I'm not even saying because I'm on the song. I'm saying it because my man Shane talking that talk on that joint. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Jay? Uptown Soldier, my man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for tapping in for this virtual single launch party for my latest single. Just got finished playing my man DJ Shane featuring yours truly, Hustle and Motivate, off that Hustle and Motivate that's coming out next month. So y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all know I'm going to be plugging that album when it come out. So definitely stay tuned for that. Definitely excited for that. Appreciate everybody who is watching this launch party. And Keezy, I got your song. I'm actually about to play you right after this right here. I'm not going to do too much more talking. Keezy Ronique, dope artist. Like I said, I met her through my homie Teddy Fast. Well, I became aware of her through my homie Teddy Fast. I have yet to meet her face to face. What's funny is there are so many people, and I'm sure y'all can attest to this too. There are so many people that we meet from this virtual world or this internet world that we never meet in person. You know, or it takes a while before we meet in person. You know what I mean? And so it's always awesome when you have connections with people or when you try to look out for people. Sometimes you don't ever necessarily need to meet the person face to face to have a connection with them. It always helps when you do meet them face to face, but you know, real recognize real regardless. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be in person for that, but it helps when it's in person. So one of these days, I hope to meet every last one of y'all that I have yet to meet. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get into some more music. This is called Survivor by Keezy Ronique. I hope y'all enjoy it. Let's vibe out, y'all.
Keezy, don't forget the Ronique.
Jayla, Randy up.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Bless the bed that I lie on. 4 corners to my bed, 4 angels around my head. 1 to watch, 1 to pray, and 2 to bear my soul away. Oh yeah. A lot of people in my shoes would have folded. I could tell from the wound I was chosen. Weight of the world on my shoulders, I ain't fall though. I treat it like a push-up, I got up and showed my muscle. Hustle, I teach you how to hustle. I made it through the struggle with a bruise, but I ain't fumble. Survivor, I learned that from my mama. If I just put my mind to it, ain't nothing I can't conquer. They try to count me out, but when they doubt is when I rise up. Life might knock me down, but I ain't stay, I got my ass up. Charging to the game, and my life ain't been the same since. And I don't make no moves if it don't make no damn sense. It don't make no damn sense if it don't make no damn sense. I'm all about my money. If you funny, get from round me. Get from round me, nigga, get from round me. If you hot and you a up, get from round me. Soul survivor, I'm a soul survivor. 10 toes down and I'ma remain solid. Soul survivor, I'm a soul survivor. I met you niggas next and I put down. Soul survivor, I'm a soul 10 toes down.
Shout out to Shadow Love 412 on the check-in.
Soul survivor, I'm a soul survivor. I met you niggas next and I put that on my mama. Been on both sides, seen the good and the bad life. The burbs to the hood, I ain't always have a sweet life. Now I'm booking flights with hotels, living a sweet life. Remember running home just so I can beat the street lights. Now I drive fast cars just so I can beat the street lights. I grew up playing ball but learned I sang on the beat nice. I get this shit my all because it really, really saved my life. I was fighting demons and I was about to lose the fight. Back against the ropes, I took some blows but I ain't give up though. Turn to what I know and I ask God to please cleanse my soul. Standing here today and I'm so happy I ain't killed myself. I'm just being real, I had to learn how to heal myself. Uplift myself, let go of guilt. Now I'm smiling more than I ever did. My soul will never die.
Come with the bars, Joyful.
I'm a legend to myself because I chose to live. Soul survivor, I'm a soul survivor. 10 toes down and I'ma remain solid. Soul survivor, I'm a soul survivor. I met you niggas next and I put that on my mama. Soul survivor, I'm a soul survivor. 10 toes down and I'ma remain solid. Soul survivor, I'm a soul survivor. I met you niggas next and I put that on Yolanda.
Okay, Keezy. Okay, Keezy. You better talk your talk on that joint. That's what I'm talking about. I think of every song that I've heard from you, that might be my favorite right there. That might be my favorite. You went in on that joint. You went in on that joint. Everybody praising the flow. Yeah, your flow crazy on that joint. Yeah, your flow crazy on that joint. You know what? Hit me up, King New. You're gonna be the last one. You're gonna be the last one. Yeah, you're gonna be the last one. The only thing, my only hesitation, because y'all know how IGB when it comes to like playing too many songs, like that's the only thing. Because if I do play it, I might have to start another live. But I'm like, hey, whatever, let's start another live. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's all good. You know, we having a good time. Let the good times roll. So, King News, hit me on the email. Actually, you know what? Send it to hardhoodclassics@gmail.com. I don't want to take any chances like what Keezy went through. But hardhoodclassics@gmail.com. Email me the song and I'll get you in real quick before I play the singles and everything. And if we got to start another live, we'll just start another live. So my project, my EP actually is out already. So my EP dropped March 31st. It's called The Late Bloomer. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Y'all didn't hear it, but still. But so it's called The Late Bloomer, dropped on March 31st. And then I'm also dropping a part 2 to it. So at first it was supposed to be a full-length album. And because things didn't necessarily go as planned, I ended up splitting it into 2 EPs. And so these singles that you're hearing tonight, one of them is just a bonus single, like it didn't make the cut for either project. And the other one, I think I'm actually going to have to put this one on the next EP. It's just too hot. You know, like I'm getting a lot of good feedback about it. I'm like, if I don't put it on the next EP, I might get crucified for it. But yeah, y'all definitely show some love to Keezy for that one right there. You did your thing, Queen. I appreciate you for sending in your music and everything. Cause like I said, the guys, we've been running it these past 2 launch parties, and I always want to show the ladies some love and make sure that they get in the mix. So that definitely was a banger right there. I'm feeling that one right there. So appreciate you for sharing that with us and sharing it with the group. And definitely make sure that you drop anybody who has your music played tonight. Please make sure that you share your info in the comments with everybody so they know to connect with you or where they can find your music and everything. So definitely make sure that y'all do that. Cause it's all about connections. It's all about networking. That's part of the reason why I do this right here. Absolutely. You know, look, you know, I've been rocking with you for a minute, Keezy. So I appreciate you sending in your music and me too, Joyful. Like I love the message of that song. Absolutely love it. And that hook is catchy. Love that hook on that joint. Love that joint. So, Yeah, let me see. But while I am waiting for King New, let me see, because sometimes what happens with some of these things is that it actually ends up going to spam, and that's what happened. That might have what happened with you, Keezy, when you tried to send your song the first time. Let me see. Nah, it didn't go there, but it did go there on my other. Okay, and see, I'm glad I looked in the spam because I just got King News joint. I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. I think sometimes when people don't put subjects, like it just comes through like that. Okay, so I got you, King New. Yeah, I got you. I'm about to play you next. So, and this gonna be the last one, but I do these every 6 weeks. I do these every 6 weeks, y'all. So if you don't get in tonight, you can definitely make sure that you get in on the next one. Shout out to Smile Just Cuz on a check-in. Appreciate you for tuning in, Queen. The queen of one Chels. You know what I'm saying? Always a good thing to have a bunch of people. You know what's crazy, y'all? This is the beauty of networking, because Shane, DJ Shane, who's on here, I met Chels through Shane. And then through Chels, I met Joyful Connections. I met, of course, Smile Just Cuz. And there's a couple of people in here. I want to say, who else? I feel like it's somebody else I met through that connection through Chels. You know what I mean? But that's how it works. That's how it's supposed to work. Like, you continue to connect with people in every arena that you go in. That's how, and that's the beauty. And I want to say this before I play King News song. I want to make sure. Yes, I am just me always. I thought I met you through Chels. That's right. That's right. See, the web. You absolutely gotta love the web of connections. But I think I said this the last time. Either I said it the last time or I said it during Chels' interview. Say, yes, absolutely. Okay, I'll just say Joy. That'll keep it simple. But yeah, if I would have put this EP out, that's right, Tribe, exactly. Find your tribe, that's what it's all about. And my man Russ Falacara, 94 Tail in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Oh, my man Rick Flexion's on the check-in. What's going on, Radio Rick? Wikipedia, my man in the building. You know what I'm saying? Look, if y'all want to know some people that like, or a person that knows a lot about music, backstories and all. I thought I knew some stuff till I met Rick. They call him Wikipedia for a reason, y'all. Y'all gotta definitely tap in his platform. Was it Reminiscent Reflections, Rick? That come on every Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. on the Underground Lab. So definitely make sure that y'all tune in for his show. Great show. And then he also weighs in on the Friday night fights every other Friday. I want to say the next one is next Friday, Shane, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely make sure that y'all tap in for both of those programs and just tap in the Underground Lab, period. You know, so of course, brother, you know how we do. But yeah, so like I was saying, if I didn't make the connections, or if I didn't wait, let me roll that back. A Tribe Called Family. I love that. A Tribe Called Family. So if I didn't wait, if I would have put the Late Bloomer out when I planned to, which would have been January 2018, if I would have put it out then, it wouldn't have done, or it wouldn't have made the impact that it did. And I'm not even saying it's made a huge impact, like, you know, it's doing like crazy numbers, but it's doing better than what it would have done in 2018, because I've met more people along the way. Doing radio, that was really an in for me to connect with a lot of other artists, which is something that I always wanted to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my fam in the building. JoJo, what's going on? Haynes family representing. Appreciate you for tapping in, cuz, you know, but yeah, like, that's why it's so important. And that's why it's important for everybody that's in here. If you connecting with people, if you know each other, you don't know each other, follow each other, yo. You know what I'm saying? You never know what type of connection that you can make with somebody just by saying, hey, I'm gonna follow you, see what you about, So like, if you in here, you family. That's how I look at it. So like my man Shane just said, a tribe called family. That's what this is right here. So I'm not gonna do too much more rapping. I want to get to some more music. But before I do, anybody who's in here, hey, my man Judah on the check-in. Man, what's going on, Judah? Let me tell y'all something. One of the best engineers, producers, and just all around people, period. You know what I'm saying? Especially representing the DMV. And he's also one of the first people who showcased my music when he had his blog for the DMVonly.com. I always got to shout my man out. He showed me love, so I'm giving him his flowers. When I say a staple here in the DMV, a staple. You know what I mean? So, and that man, the people that are like coming through his doors, churning out heat, nothing but heat. You know what I'm saying? So definitely salute to Judah. And Soulful Playground, what's going on? Appreciate you for tapping in. I don't know if I said hey when you came in. I'm sorry if I didn't. Appreciate you for definitely tapping in and showing love and showing support and all that good stuff. But anybody who is here who has not entered into the giveaway, this is your last chance, because after King News song, I'm gonna do the giveaway. All you got to do is drop these in the comments. Black heart, red heart, yellow heart, green heart. Once again, black heart, red heart, yellow heart, green heart. Enter yourself in the random drawing to get some free batch merch from me. You get to pick whatever you want, and I'm going to hook you up. If you're in the area, I will bring it personally to you. You know what I'm saying? So definitely make sure that y'all drop those hearts. Once again, black heart, red heart, yellow heart, green heart, if you want to get in on this drawing real quick. All right? So let me actually pull up the song. Give me 1 second. I didn't load the song yet. Boom. And now it's loaded. All right. So King New. I want to say I met him through Lady Ace, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like that's where I met King New from. But dope artist, and I'm all about showing love. Like I said, it's not just about me. So this is called In My Bag. I hope y'all enjoy this. This is my first time hearing it. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have the same experience for those who is y'all first time hearing it too. So let's go ahead and get into it. I got you, Judah.
You could catch me chillin' in my bag, I get mad, then it's problems. All I ever really need, bring me weed, marijuana. Pour me up another drink, pop a pill if you wanna. I don't really give a fuck, I got you, Keezy. If you wanna catch me chillin' in my bag, I get mad, then it's problems. All I ever really need, bring me weed, marijuana. Pour me up another drink, pop a pill if you wanna. I don't really give a fuck, I got problems if you wanna. I'm just sitting back, chillin', it's just me and with my villains. Couple cups, it got me feeling kinda lit. I'm just saying, if you ever know the feeling of the shit that I've been feeling, then you understand the reason why I'm lit. I'm just
shout out to King NE17PR, appreciate you for tuning in.
I was forced to find this road, check the story, shit legit. Trying to focus on this liquor, but that ass is looking thick. Shorty, I can't kick it with you.
So from the shadow, I got y'all both.
You could catch me chillin' in my bag, I get mad, then it's problems. All I ever really need, bring me weed, marijuana. Pour me up another drink, pop a pill if you wanna. I don't really give a fuck, I got problems if you wanna. Catch me chillin' in my bag, I get mad, then it's problems. All I ever really need, bring me weed, marijuana. Pour me up another drink, pop a pill if you wanna. I don't really give a fuck, I got problems if you wanna. You can catch me chillin' in my bag, no, I'm good for that. Nigga, I've been through so many bads, still I deal with that. I got feelings that I never said, I can't deal with that. Fuck it, I'ma take it to the head. You can't move like that. I'm on the way, nigga, I gotta get paid, but you niggas get in the way. Fuck is you saying, really, I'm one of the greats. Who better to step to the plate? Niggas stop playing, I really just want me a rate, cause I like to get in the way.
I got you, Rick.
Fuck is you saying, niggas, fuck them again. No time to deal with the hate, deal with the hate. Blow smoke to the head for my niggas that ain't here yet. And we gon' toast it to their head for my niggas that been here. You can catch me chillin' in my bag, I get mad, then it's problems. All I ever really need, bring me weed, marijuana. Pour me up another drink, pop a pill if you wanna. I don't really give a fuck, I got problems if you wanna. Catch me chillin' in my bag, I get mad, then it's problems. All I ever really need, bring me weed, marijuana. Pour me up another drink, pop a pill don't really give a fuck. I got problems if you want them.
Yeah. So that's the homie King New in my bag right there. You know what, Pac-Man, you been rocking the whole time. You've been rocking the whole time. Go ahead send me something, bro. It's all good. Instagram being nice tonight. So this is definitely the night to do it. So yeah, email me. Send it to hardhoodclassics@gmail.com, and you're gonna be the absolute last one. The absolute last one. Yeah, absolute fire right there. That's King New once again in my bag. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. Y'all make sure y'all follow all the artists that let me type it in the comments. Give me 1 second. Yeah, make sure that y'all are following each other. All the artists that you hear tonight, make sure that you support their music, support them, everything that they got going on, because that's what it's about. We're a community. You know what I'm saying? We need all the support that we can get, not only from each other as artists, but from people who aren't artists. So I put the in fact, I'm gonna pin that. I'm gonna pin that comment right there. All right, so I pinned the email address. I have another one, but I didn't want to run into the same issue that I didn't want anybody to run into the same issue that Keezy ran into with trying to send it to my main email address. So next time it should be fine, because I had actually the artist that I'm doing interviews with, he sent me some stuff earlier and he didn't have any issues. Yeah, I agree, Joy. You know what I'm saying? You knew what to do with that beat, right? That joint is fire, bro. Definitely fire. So yeah, so while I am okay, well now Pac-Man Drayden extended it for y'all. So for anybody who has not dropped those hearts, because I think I pretty much got everybody who's in here. I want to say we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people who tapped in and dropped those comments. So that's 9 people that's been watching this live that put themselves in this drawing to get some free merch from me. So okay, yeah, yours came right up. Like I didn't even have to go to the spam. That's good. I think because you had a subject in it. But sometimes even when there isn't a subject, or when there is a subject, if I can talk tonight, sometimes it happens like that. But let me see. So I got you. I got you, bro. I just got your music. I'm about to pull it up right now. All right. So we're going to keep this going. King New, I got you. Hey, the real Mike Jones in the building. My brother. What's going on, man? Great to have you here tonight. Yeah, no doubt. Look. And see, Soulful got the hook stuck in it. That's when you know you got one. When the hook is stuck in people's heads, you know what I mean? Yeah, I had 2 hours of sleep, Joy. 2 hours. That's it, because of this pesky lyric video that's still glitching, still giving me issues. But I'm telling you, when this thing finally acts right. Oh yeah, Russ. So I'm about to give some flowers. Hey, you should tag him in this if he's not doing anything. Him and Twice. Yeah, I know it is terrible. It is terrible. It's terrible that I got 2 hours of sleep, and it's also terrible, you know what I'm saying, that it's giving me issues. My man, Mental to God on the check-in, because you gotta say that joint, Metal to God. My man on the check-in, you know what I'm saying, appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Now, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought that quickly. That happens to me so much. When my brain is just going all over the place, I will lose a train of thought. So I remember what I was saying. So, reflections from the dojo. So, Malk and Twice, 2 artists from Bayonne, New Jersey. I met Malk and Russ. I met them, this is 2 years ago now. Me and my man Ramsey, that was on bars together. We actually had a Bars on the Road, and we literally traveled up to Bayonne, New Jersey to interview Malk. And so Malk and Twice, both from Bayonne, New Jersey, they have a project together called Spring Cleaning? Russ, Spring Cleaning, I think that's the name of the project. And it's a dope cover too, because yeah, exactly. Davies does rock with him. He absolutely does. Yes, naps are awesome. I wholeheartedly agree. Hey, babe. How you doing? All right. The missus just walked in, y'all. She's off camera. But, yes, she's hard at work studying and all that good stuff. About to take a test tomorrow. So y'all send her some good vibes, some hearts and all of that good stuff. And I'll make sure to pass it on to her and whatnot. King New, you from Atlantic City? Okay. All right. AC in the building. That's what I'm talking about. I got family in Jersey. I have an aunt who is in, what is that? It's technically Lumberton, but it's the Mount Holly area of Jersey. Thank you, Joy. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And also Chevy Implas Part. Appreciate you for tapping in on the check-in. So yeah, Spring Cleaning. Dope project. It's a 4-track EP. So what it is they both have two solo songs, and then also they both have 2 songs together. So Reflections from the Dojo is Malk's song by himself, and that's actually one of my favorite songs on the project. Reflections from the Dojo and How I Feel, those are my 2 favorite songs. I love all 4 of them, but those 2 really stand out for me. Especially How I Feel, that's my personal favorite. And Reflections of the Dojo though is right behind it. Okay, you out in Vegas. Okay. All right. That's a good place to be right there, brother. Absolutely. And shout out to Atlanta with Soulful Playground. All right. ATL in the building. But yeah, so definitely make sure that y'all check out that project from Malk, MALC, and Twice, just like it's spelled. Their project is called Spring Cleaning. It's an EP they put out not long ago. Like I said, the cover is dope because it's like you have Carmelo Anthony and my man Allen Iverson when Allen Iverson was playing for the Nuggets. So it's a dope picture because it's like it kind of makes you think of Twice and Malk, because Twice is like mad tall and Malk is kind of short. You know what I mean? So it actually, like, for the visual, it makes sense. Yes. And my man Real Pac-Man Dre absolutely representing DC. You know what I'm saying? Southwest right there. Let's see. Make AJ statewide, then global. Yes, absolutely. I agree. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into some music. Speaking of Pac-Man Dre, he just sent me his song called Lonely Gang. I don't know if I heard this one. I don't know if this wasn't the one that you played with what's my girl Fire on Air It Out Radio, I don't think. So I probably haven't heard this one. So once again, a song I haven't heard that y'all get to hear when I get to hear it, more than likely. And so it'll be a natural reaction. So y'all go ahead and vibe out to Lonely Gang by my man Pac-Man Dre. Oh, let me press play. Oh yeah, I have heard this. Yep, this was the one.
Pac-Man Dre. All by myself up in this lonely game.
Just to let y'all know, he want to slap with this song, yo.
Look at the sky paint in my eyes. See how far I'm I got a strive and I can't die until the world know my name. I'm with my brother right around and just the way we was raised. J Cutler, the way we making them play. Can't trust no other, they get close and they start acting real strange. Boys where they could've butler, but the work out on slave. All by myself up in this lonely game. I raise the bar and set it high, just like a crane. Look at the sky paint in my eyes, you see I'm far on game. I got a strive and I can't die until the world know my name. I'm with my brother right around it, just the way we was raised. J Cutler, the way we making them play. Can't trust no other, they get close and they start acting real strange. Boys with a coulda butler, but don't work out on slave. I be scared, won't even show they face.
That Forrest Whitaker line slick, bro.
I can really tell a rat just by the things they say. How you had a PD and still beat that case. Shit was fucked up on mother, led me astray. Like how you just gon' rob your son, just like Nate. I was always giving no more on my plate. Gotta get it, always hungry like I ain't ate. All by myself up in this lonely game. I raised the bar, set it high, just like a crane. Look at the sky, pain in my eyes, you see how far I done came. I gotta strive and I can't die till the world know my name. I'm with my brother, right or wrong, it's just the way we was raised. Jay Cutler, the way we making them play.
My man Jeff Music on the check-in. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro.
I'm rolling up and I can't even see A to see A. Shit was rough and I ain't talking sandpaper. Hard times, thought that I would never make it, never let me in the cold. I ain't had no blanket. I was moving smart, it's about how you play it. Everything I wanted, I had to take it. Smoking Zaza, smell the fragrance. Stay like there you go, switching flows, you can hear the cadence. Got up out them streets, food was in the pavement. I ain't let nobody close, all my bonds was breaking. Really needed time, talking separation. Rocking this off-white, they might think I'm racing. All by myself up in this lonely game. I raised the bar, set it high, just like a crane. Look at the sky, pain in my eyes, you see how far I done came. I got it strapped and I can't die till the world know my name. I'm with my brother, right or wrong, and just the way we was raised. Jay Cutler, the way we making them play. Trust no other, they get close and they start acting real strange. Boys with a coulda butler, but a work I done slave. Pac-Man Dre, Pac-Man Dre, on the beat. Yeah. By myself in this lonely game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, Pac-Man Dre representing DC, yo. That's a lonely game. So definitely, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he appreciates all of the love and support, just like everybody, you know what I'm saying, been showing love and support to everybody tonight. Make sure that y'all are following each other. If y'all not already following folks, make sure that y'all do that. Cause that's what it's about. It's about networking. Now, I know I said Pac-Man Dre was going to be the last one, but this is why my man Russ, you know, he gets some carte blanche, because Russ, first and foremost, Russ is just people's, you know what I mean? But Russ was actually a part of my selection committee, along with, and I definitely got to make sure that I shout out my selection committee. That was comprised of my sis Neen from Let's Be Clear, that used to be on Win DC Radio. My sis Sierra Lene. Say if I saw it's hot because I'm a yes. If anybody is going to let you know whether or not your stuff is hot, it's Jeff Music, because this brother don't like nothing. Oh man, so if he like what you doing something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but Russ was a part of that crew. I'm trying to think who else. DJ RBI, my sis Christina Wong, the Wong host, and also Calvin Williams of Lush Vibes Radio. So, but Russ was like one of the people. He was one of the first people to send in his results and everything. And I love the feedback that he gave, and he's just been very supportive. And my main man, Derek Jones, Relationship Gumbo, on the check-in. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. We just playing some music tonight, playing some good stuff. But yeah, so Russ, if you got something, send it to me. Send it to, I got my email address pinned right there. So you see it right there. So you can send it there. And I'll play, and that'll definitely be the last song, because I ain't trying to play no games with IG. I know how they do. They will break up a lab like, hey, you played too much music. I ain't trying to hear all that. Because the thing is, if I can't repost it, I'm going to post it on YouTube anyway. So, I mean, that's how that's going to work. But anyway, if you are just joining us, and if you have not entered into my giveaway for free merch, free batch merch, it's real simple. Black heart, red heart, yellow heart, green heart. Drop those in the comments. Those are the batch colors. Once again, black heart, red heart, yellow heart, green heart. Drop those in the comments so you can be entered in the free giveaway, which I'm going to be doing right after this next song that I'm going to play. So make sure that y'all get in for that right now. it's funny. The day started off, it was like, dang, not a lot of people getting in on this one like they did the last one, but the numbers starting to come up now that everybody's on the live. So definitely make sure that y'all get in on this free giveaway. Like I said, the last time I did the giveaway, I gave away a t-shirt, a dad hat, a mug, a mouse pad, and a tote bag. Like the person that I ended up, because I wanted to be, I'm all about presentation. Presentation is everything. Like you can't just bring, especially if it's a winner. I knew you was gonna get in on it. I knew you was gonna get in on it, bro. So I got you down, bro. But yeah, I always believe in, like, when I bring gifts to people, presentation. Like, don't just bring it in some like random package. So I was like, all right, let me go get a tote bag, like make this joint really nice. And so I brought it, the sister lived out in Alexandria, and, she reposted the stuff and everything. Cause that's what it's about. It's about showing love. It's like when people support you, show them a little love, make them feel special. And that's what it's all about. With this experience. Yes, I could release music. Yes, I could make it all about me if I really wanted to, but I don't have to, because my greatness shines anyway. We can all be great together, and I can give people their flowers as much as people, all right. But I can give people their flowers as much as people give me mine. Yep. Got you. Oh, hold on. Hopefully I should be able to play this. I hope I'm able to play this version. Cause I see you sent How I Feel too, Russ. I'm guessing this one that says 1111 is the dojo one. We gonna see in a second. Either way. And you sent me my 2 favorite ones. I appreciate that. Oh man, you said give away an MPC 3000. I'm like, I wish, man. Okay, that is Reflection from the Dojo. Okay. I wish I could give away a MPC 3000. One of these days I'm going to get to that level where I can give away like a customized like MPC 3000 and customize it the way somebody would want it to customize. I wouldn't customize it. Well, I'll probably give them some slaps to put on the joint. But that would be dope if I could do that. That would be. All right, that man's a fool. That's my dog, though. That's my dog. When I tell you, shout out to Nikki Phillip on the check, and thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you for following me. I'm gonna make sure I follow you back as well. Let me see. Can I? Yeah, I'll make sure. When I say this brother has helped me to get better as a producer and an artist, like, that's why it's important to be around people